So now you're down to your basics. Now what I'll do is I'll remove this motherboard from the casing, the console case, just in case the reason why you're looking at this is you want to get to your motherboard to reflow it or to replace it. So I'll show you how to do that. There are a few little screws that hold it in. One of them's there, just beside the cage for the caddy. And I'm going to be honest with you, I've removed the other screws, but essentially there are about 3 little screws that look like that hold the motherboard down, and they have to be removed before you can lift the motherboard. And then also, this is where your fan's connected down here, just in case you need to replace your fan. You can disconnect it there. This one's never been out before. And you can remove your fan. Now if you're going to replace your motherboard, then obviously you'll want to salvage your fan. So the fan's just removed by these 2 little screws here, and then it pops out like so, and the cable just comes out, and there's your little fan unit. Dusty. Okay, now as you can see in there's a lot of dust in there, so it's always a good idea just to give that a clean out. And this switch is attached here. My television just switched itself on. There we go. Just remove that. Remove any other cables. Your Wi-Fi and Blu-ray. Let me just switch that television off. It switched itself on. Hey, I wanted to upload this directly to YouTube, but that's not happening with all these interruptions. So we've unplugged those 2 cables, and your aerials just remove from the front with a star screwdriver. That's your aerials. Okay, now what we want to do is get this motherboard out of here. So if we remove this, it might make it a little bit easier. That's your main socket, and there's one of the little screws there that holds this motherboard in. I've been telling you lies, I haven't had this motherboard out. And there's another one there. Just there's another one beside the battery. I think that's them all now. So you just need to get your HDMI cable socket. Just needs to come off the frame. So you just need to bend it back a little bit. It's quite pliable. So bend it back and lift it up. There you go. That's that side out. Now to get the front out, there are also 2 little screws at the front of the HD cage, hard drive cage. just remove those, and this should now just pop out. There's not. There we go. Get the dust out of that. And there you have it. Now, this is a working motherboard, so I'm not going to open it up, but I'll just show you. This is your heatsink clamps, and you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 screws there. Once you remove those screws, this metal cover, protection cover, will lift off very easily and will expose your motherboard from the top, and it will look like that, but it will still be attached to the heatsink on the bottom, which is the bottom metal plate, which is this one. It will still be attached to that, so you just need to gently lift it from the edge, because the only thing holding it down is the compound, the thermal compound that's on here that attaches that to the heatsink. So that will be the only thing holding it down, but it might be sticky. So just gently lift it, and from different angles until it pops off, and then you can lift it away. And then once you try to do your reflow, now that if you're going to reflow, we'll look at another video to show you how to do that. But if you're not going to reflow and you're just replacing your motherboard may come in its casing, but that depends where you got it from, and it'll also depend on postage costs, because this metal casing is very, very heavy compared to the motherboard. And to cut right back on your postage costs, I'll remove it from the metal casing, and we'll wrap this up very nice and securely and send that to you, which will cost half of what it would cost to send the whole thing. So that's the reason I'm showing you how to open this up. And to replace, then all you do is you put your thermal paste on your 2 chips, those 2 big chips there, and you put it back together again. But as I said, I'll show you that in another video. So there you go, that's how to open your console. Hope this has been helpful. Bye for now.